Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
Rob Jarrell.
And today we're going to be covering this Saturday's HBO World Championship Boxing, which is a triple header, which has Mauricio Herrera defending his belt against Jose Benavidez Jr. You've got Matt Korobov and Andy Lee fighting for a vacant middleweight title, the one that Peter Quillin vacated.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Tim Bradley and Diego Charles in just a 12-round welterweight scrap, which is going to be very entertaining because those guys just make entertaining fights. We're going to start with the first fight on the card, which is Herrera and Benavidez. Take away, Rob.
All right, so this is a huge step up for Jose Benavidez.
Huge.
He's been fighting 6 to 8 round fights, and he hasn't been past what, the 6?
No, I think he might have been 8. No, I don't think he has been past 6 rounds.
Which means he's been getting stoppages, but the competition has been
lackluster, mediocre at best.
While Mauricio Herrera has beaten Provodnikov, he's taken Danny Garcia to
the brink.
Yeah, and I think he had another fight where it was just really, really close.
He's had a lot of close fights. He is a very good fighter.
He finally got a belt.
Yes, in his last fight, I can't remember who he beat for it though, but he looked very good doing it.
He's not going to knock you out, but he has a style that just kind of, the conventional fighter is not just going to beat Mauricio Herrera.
He's very, very slippery.
And that's, and in and out, I mean, defensively, he's very good.
Yeah.
Offense, probably getting more and more polished, but I think that Danny Garcia fight, and of course that Provodnikov fight, gave him a lot of confidence. So he's riding high right now. He's going to take this fight. Jose Benavidez, I think they're kind of pushing him at top rank, so I hope he doesn't, Herrera doesn't get the short end of the stick.
Well, honestly, you say he doesn't get a lot of knockouts. I think he's going to get his first one in a while in this one. I think Benavidez is in over his head. Herrera's going to start countering him, discourage him, and in the mid-rounds he's going to get hit with something he doesn't see. And it's going to be the beginning of the end. It's not going to be like a 10-count type of knockout, but I'm thinking of maybe like 8 to 10 round TKO for Herrera.
Right.
Which is a pretty lofty prediction. Could go wrong. Oh well.
But I can see Herrera winning this one big.
Yeah. He's definitely going to win. I would be shocked if he lost, and especially after taking what he took from Provodnikov and from Danny Garcia. They both hit him with some shots. This dude's got a chin. If he gets knocked out, then this Benavidez guy is a problem. Let's move on to the next fight, where you got Matt Korobov versus Andy Lee fighting for the vacant whatever belt that Peter Quillin had. I think it was the WBA.
Yeah, it was.
They probably got 4 champs anyway in that division.
That's another.
Yeah, we not even gonna get into that. And Lee, you've got a tall, rangy southpaw who's got decent pop, decent boxing skills, a former pupil of Emmanuel Stewart. I'm not sure who he's working with now.
I'm not sure either.
And Korobov.
What's my man out of England? I think he worked with. It's a trainer out of England. We'll post it at the bottom, but I think he's working with someone out of Great Britain.
Okay, because he's like Irish or something like that.
Yeah, he's working with someone out of Britain.
Okay.
I can't think of his name, but Adam Booth, I want to say.
That's not bad. He's not a bad trainer at all.
We'll post that as soon as we get it, but I think it's Adam Booth.
Yeah. Doing it off the top of the dome. That's how it goes. Sometimes you forget some things. Anyway, back to Korobov. Yeah, he
was an Olympic medalist, I believe.
He's okay. He's got decent power, good hand speed. It's just something about him that just.
I don't think he can push. He can't really put. You know when you have to step on that extra gear. I'm not sure if he has that extra gear. His last fight versus Uztehehi
Ustakehi.
KG. Jose who's the KG. Something like that.
And we are butchering this guy's name.
But he's out of Colombia. He's like out of Colombia or something. Yeah. But that fight, like, he never discouraged him. And for me, if you want to beat someone, he should have beat him because he had the advantage, and this guy just kept coming. And you have to be able to make a stamp that said, "You're not going to beat me. I'm going to put you down." And I just don't think he has it.
Right. I think he dropped him in that fight as well, but he never, like Rob said, put it away.
Yeah.
Like Ustakehi was very game and trying the entire time, but it was up to Korobov to say, "Look, dude, you are not in my league. I'm beating you out of this ring." Didn't happen.
Nope.
Now, against Andy Lee, he's got someone who I believe is bigger than him.
Taller, longer reach. Does his best work fighting from the outside because he was doing a very good job in the Chavez Jr. fight until Chavez Jr. said, "Hey, guess what? I'm going to lay on you." And this is what's going to happen next.
Yeah. Chavez Jr. also hits pretty hard. I mean,
well, he crowded him.
Yeah. They don't give him enough credit for that. He's not the best fighter, but the guy does hit a little hard. Anyway, this one should be a pretty good contested match. Andy Lee, for all those height and reach advantages, kind of gets hit pretty cleanly. So Korobov can land. Korobov does do good body work. Give him that. It does do good body work. And that's going to be key to slowing Lee down and not outboxing him, but possibly grinding him out and getting a late stoppage, or slowing him down enough to get a hard-fought decision. Those early rounds are going to be very tough for him. He's going to have to get past those long jabs and crosses of Lee into his wheelhouse or into that body and start to work there. And he's going to have some trouble doing that early on. But like I said, if he can get in there a few times, land some body shots, just sometimes get in there and just grab him, rough him up a bit, he can wear Andy Lee down to start doing his work later on in the fight. So with this one, I'm going to go with Korobov.
Decision?
Yeah, by a close decision, maybe like a 7-5 type of decision, 7-5, 8-4 type of deal going on there. Let's move on to the main event. In the main event, you got Tim Desert Storm Bradley and Diego Chaves. Now, last time we saw Chaves, unfortunately, it was in one of the ugliest fights you could ever see against Brandon Rios, which he lost by disqualification. And we last saw Tim Bradley losing a hard-fought decision to Manny Pacquiao, in which I think he tore his calf muscle.
Yeah, something with his legs.
Yeah, man, tough luck. But this is his first fight back against a tough, powerful, rugged guy who has a little bit of boxing skills. When he uses that jab, it's pretty damn good. He just doesn't use it enough. And Bradley, who is a very good all-around fighter, not too spectacular or anything, but he can get that job done almost no matter what, because, you know, he has some Pacquiao problems, but who doesn't?
Now, Bradley is not Brandon Rios.
No.
But Bradley is also not Keith Thurman.
Yeah.
So while Bradley's is probably as tough as they come, can fight dirty when need to, is going to be the better boxer. He should be better. He's faster, maybe stronger. Apparently he laid off the vegan diet for this fight. We're going to see what that does.
Yeah, he's been going vegan for like the last 5 years.
Only during training for fights.
Yeah, and he said it affected his energy, where he had a lot more energy, but he couldn't recover. Probably why he kept injuring himself. So let's see how he does now that he's getting that animal flesh back in him.
Should be interesting. So if he knocks him out, which he does I will say this about Bradley, he does very good work to the body. He's one of those guys who doesn't have that concussive power, but I think he hits hard when he goes downstairs.
Yeah, he hits people hard enough that they don't just walk in on him.
Unless you're Ruslan Provodnikov, then that's a different story. But
yeah, and he still didn't really just that's all really he knows how to do. So that's all he could do. But like against someone as accomplished as Manny Pacquiao, Manny was, you know, he had to do some thinking in there and some adjusting. He even hurt Manny in the second fight. So something's there. It may not be enough that he's putting guys out of there, but they're not running in on him either.
And these lads, we saw some pictures. I saw some training footage. He looks like Bradley. He looks.
Yeah, he's looking sharp. He's looking fast.
He's looking strong.
Yeah, he's a very physically strong guy. So with that being said, I really don't think Charles, like if Charles pulls this off, it would be a colossal upset. I don't think he has enough. Like in the Thurman fight, he was fading. He was fading in the Rios fight. I think he fades again. And against someone like Bradley, Bradley is that upper echelon fighter. He's going to pull away late or surprise everybody and get a stoppage.
Now, if he wins, do we see him in a third Pacquiao fight?
Who knows?
Do we see him in a providing call rematch?
Who knows?
Do we see him versus Brandon Rios?
That'd actually be pretty good, but who knows?
There's fights for him, and now that there is a... oh, does he get that fight we missed with Amir Khan? Apparently Golden Boy... no. Al Heyman.
Yeah, never mind.
Sorry, didn't mean to bring that one up.
Yeah. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching this episode. Make sure you like it. If you got any comments, leave your comments below. Hit us up on Facebook, Capital of Combat. You can hit us up on Google+, same name. You hit us up on our email, capitalcombat@gmail.com. If you guys got any questions, hit us up on any of those platforms, and we'll get you in the combat mailbag. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
This is round one, and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming at cost. My fists are on fire. I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage. Keep thinking that it's a game. I kick crime, hurricane. I told them I don't play. I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.